Some houses clearly position themselves within the city. Others seem to belong entirely to nature. But this house exists exactly between those two conditions. On one side, the organized rhythm of houses in a Japanese suburban neighborhood. On the other, the dense presence of a small forest. It is at this boundary between city and natural landscape that the house at the urban nature threshold appears, in the city of Zushi, on the outskirts of Tokyo. The site is about 1,000 square meters and sits precisely at this point of transition. On one side are the neighboring buildings, with the typical scale and alignment of a residential district. On the other, vegetation creates spatial depth and a completely different atmosphere. Instead of choosing one of these sides, its design embraces both at the same time. The house is not conceived as a single compact volume. Instead, it fragments into 5 small independent volumes distributed across the site. Between these volumes, gardens and intermediate spaces appear, functioning as transition zones between interior and exterior. This strategy creates a house constantly crossed by light, vegetation, and air. The gardens do not appear merely as leftover spaces around the construction. They are an essential part of the composition. As you move through the house, interior and exterior spaces alternate continuously, creating a sequence of environments that sometimes approach the scale of domestic life and sometimes open toward the natural landscape. At the center of this composition lies the main space of the house, the living and dining area. This environment works almost like a small interior landscape. Around it are the 5 volumes that accommodate the different programs of the house: bedrooms, services, and complementary spaces. A large horizontal beam crosses this central area and supports the roof structure. From it descend columns that define an internal void, allowing light from the sky to penetrate deeply into the interior of the house. This gesture creates a space that is at once protected and open. While the surrounding volumes provide a sense of shelter and intimacy, the central void establishes a direct connection with the sky and with the landscape. The result is an architecture that constantly works with layers of space, layers of light, layers between nature and construction. Instead of a single dominant facade, the house presents multiple faces and multiple paths. Each movement reveals a new framing of vegetation, a new courtyard, a new relationship between inside and outside. This fragmentation also helps the house adapt to the scale of the place. On the city side, the volumes maintain proportions close to those of the neighboring houses. On the forest side, the gardens expand and allow vegetation to advance between the built spaces. In this way, the architecture does not impose a rigid boundary between nature and the city. It creates an intermediate zone where both conditions coexist. With about 215 square meters, the house at the urban nature threshold proposes a different way of thinking about the relationship between architecture and landscape, not as two separate worlds, but as parts of the same spatial system. In the end, what defines this house is not only its form, it is the way it constructs a place where the urban environment and the natural environment stop being opposites and become part of the same experience of dwelling.